Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. What I got? Got another DTPF. That was so quick. It was, I literally just, I feel like this whole thing, like all this stuff with the really ultimate battery and all that stuff, optical circuit, I swear this thing crafted up. I just did the whole thing from scratch and it crafted up pretty quick. Uh, Other than the space time did take a little bit extra, but yeah, that was quick. I was a bit surprised how quick that was. So I'm thinking, yeah, I want to build another one over here. Unfortunately, this is kind of in the way. I need to move this. I'll probably do that because that's almost. I can 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21, 24. 27. So there's 27 blocks in between. 15. Oh, it'll be hard. 21. I think that's 21, 24. And then 3. Alright. That probably was off. I'm gonna go there. I love how I totally got this. I totally built this off. Off-centered. So I've always wanted to get rid of that. So I think I will. You know what? I should probably. What did I do on here? Yeah. I was using both DTPFs to craft up spacetime, and I accidentally let this one turn off. So probably a good time to actually switch that out before it gets up. Like we're only at 14% discount, so maybe it's a good idea to switch that out. Question is, well, if I have, I was like, should I branch off this one? I guess I could branch off this one. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. We'll branch off here, and then I don't even know if this is the correct location, but yeah, laser will come in here, and then up here will be the thing. All right, let me do this. I still need to get all the coils and stuff crafted up, so it's not, we're not quite ready, but yeah, I was a bit surprised how fast I got that crafted up. I guess, yeah, that looks pretty correct, doesn't it? Did I get it right? I did. You can see because this mirrors that side. All right, I did get that correctly. I thought I'd screwed up that counting. All right, so there is the next DTPF. It's going to go there, and then probably another one over there. So we'll have 4 of these working to craft up space-time and all that jazz. I will probably, now that these are getting like so much easier to craft up, actually, while I'm talking, why don't we just do this? I'm gonna need them anyway. Let's just do 2,000 coils. All right. That I just don't keep enough of. That. Are we doing the bio mainframes for this? We are, I think, is what my recipe has. Yeah, 2,000 bio mainframes. Do I... Would it be completely crazy now that we have 2 DTPFs to switch that recipe? I feel like that might be a little crazy. If I switch this to use optical circuits instead. I don't know. That feels like kinda crazy. There it is. Actually, I don't need to. I was thinking maybe I'll just do a second one, but it doesn't matter. That's like super easy to switch out. Did I rename? I think I forgot to rename that. That one. The only issue with crafting up hypogen coils is that, like you said, we're going to have to... It'll get screwed up when we finally upgrade it. Where are my hypogen coil? I don't think I... Man, I want it to go down. Not over there. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. I didn't. Let me rename that. I think, though, crafting up multiple of these is going to get us to the eternal coils faster. Because they just require so much space-time. Or... Yeah, they do require... I was like, I remember it's the optical. I forgot. It's 9 ingots each. Times 2,000. So, yeah, 18,000 space-time. Yeah, I need 4 of those, at least, pumping out space-time. Otherwise, that's going to take, like... I'll be, like... 4 years from now. I'll be still trying to craft up space-time if I don't do this. Maybe even more DTPFs. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so I switched that over. Let's see. Is this, like, absolutely crazy? That, I just don't... I think that's stored in the giant output hatch, and this I just don't store enough. I should... All that PBI is actually for foils. So I should keep like 100,000 of these maybe in stock. That's where all that goes for that recipe. I think. Wouldn't that be funny if I craft up the wrong thing? I think I craft up the right thing. I could be wrong though. Yeah. So you need 100,000 foils. Yeah, that's what I was right. I just don't... I just haven't... I keep putting that off, fixing those plastics, because I don't feel... I don't want to put it in a yacht tank. I don't need 900 million of it, but... I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting to get the QFT. Deuterium, then, is... I don't have that stored any... Maybe I'll set up a yacht tank for that. Deuterium's like over here somewhere. Yeah, I only store 100 million there, so that's why I can't do that. Do I need to craft up 2,000 coils all at once? No, of course not. But like I said a few times, I like to do that, because then I can see where the issues in my base are. Alright, so I think I'm gonna do... Maybe I'll do a yacht tank for deuterium. And then we'll get these coils going. I think it's... I don't know. It seems a little crazy that I would do 2,000 of the optical circuits instead of BioWare, but I'm trying to move away from BioWare. I don't particularly like it, to be honest. I don't actually need 2,000 either. It's probably like... I probably only need about 1,800, if that. Alright, well there we go. We have enough for 1,800. Alright, let me start crafting up 18... No! The infinity. What happened was it probably crafted up a hypogen and then put infinity in there before I clicked yes. All right, there we go. Yeah, I'll set up a deuterium as this is working, and we'll see how long this takes us. It is going to craft up more infinity, which unfortunately is going to be on... It's not going to be fully discounted, but oh well. It is what it is. We just craft up more in the plasma mixer. Okay, so this is going to take... I'm going to time it. I am kind of curious how long it's going to take to get 1,800 optical computers crafted up. I think that's going to probably be the longest bit. Although last time we crafted it up, it was the hypogen screws and stuff, but we fixed that too, so I think we're doing pretty well here. Yeah, so this should be... Oops. Yep, they are running. Awesome. Alright, I'm pretty happy with my base so far, actually. I think we're doing pretty well here. Alright, so we are just crafting up the coils. The actual like coils are actually faster. You can see there's some idle time. The coils are actually faster than the circuits. It's because that is being fed directly by lasers and it's overclocked, whereas the other one is just regular power. Not sure. Like, I'm not sure how much... I'm not really good at, like, calculating how much power this uses, to be honest. So if I, like, switch that... And the problem, really, is that the smallest laser hatches are 256 amps. So, this can only handle... My whole main line can only handle 8 billion. So, I don't really want that going too crazy. I may try, just as a... Kind of curious how much, if I was running that with the... I don't know if I would do UIV. I could probably just do UEV, but... That would be 2 billion. I don't know, that's quite... If both of these are running and they're running at max, it's like... You're talking like 8 billion. And my main network just can't really handle that. We'll get it upgraded. But I'm kind of waiting. Probably... It's probably going to be upgraded after we get our coils upgraded, because then we can get Shirobon, which requires eternal coils. And with that, we can... I think it's this. Yes, with Shirobon foils, we can get the quantum circuit. We have everything except the Shirobon. We can craft it up this, although that is a long time for those until we get the better energy hatches or whatever. And then with that, I can start somewhere in here. Yeah, start crafting up the wireless. So as you can see, it does need the quantum circuits. Everything else, so dense. Infinity, space-time, energized tesseract, casing, super... Like, all that is actually pretty easy. It's literally just the quantum circuit we're gonna need. So I'll have to take a look at that. I'm not... I don't fully know how, like, many amps this pulls. I'm not entirely... Because there's no, like... No amp on it. Oh. There's some wireless. Multiple amp. Alright. Alright, so it looks like there's 4... Alright, so it's the... Alright. That makes a bit more sense. So, for example, this is... We're doing a UAV 16. I would just replace it with the next one, or I could replace it with the UIV. I haven't looked at these recipes, so I don't actually know, like, what's this one? Yeah, there's the quantum. Yeah, lots of Shirobon. Dense. Okay, yeah, nothing too crazy. I've crafted up, like, everything on this except for the Shirobon and the quantum circuit. So, yeah, we've crafted that up. That's not too bad at all. All right, so, yeah, I think I'm going to wait for that. Now, one of the cool things about The wireless that I hadn't really considered, and we'll get into that more, is that I don't really need to send... I don't actually have to replace these hatches, technically. I can actually just put a wireless energy hatch on this, and it'll power this thing, so I don't need to have it connected to the main network. I could just have the one and feed that, and then just like leave all the cabling if I want to do it that way as well. So yeah, there's lots of different cool things we can do with wireless. Obviously, you can just, put the hatch directly on here if you want. But yeah, if, for example, I could just power this transformer or whatever with wireless instead of having it connected to the main network. So I don't know. We'll see when we get to that. But in order to do that, we're going to have to upgrade our DTPF, which I am working on. So I guess, yeah, we're up to 1,000 coils. Just let the world run, and I will probably do some other stuff around the base while that's running. Okay, so I have been just kind of doing some figuring out around the base, improving some things, and figuring out how I want to go about other things. I am crafting up more fuel at the moment. There are few things I definitely need to split off from the main processing. I did upgrade our processing. If you remember, we linked our fluid solidifier over there, but I've moved it over here, linked it, and drastically sped it up. So it was doing like UEV before. Now I have 2 UIV energy hatches in there to really speed that up. But though that chromatic stuff that we use for the fuel is a very slow recipe. So I may switch this to only do the chromatic glass kind of thing, just so it's fully separate from the main line. But there's a bunch of other things that I want to split off the main network as well for this fuel. Just haven't got around to it. But this is drastically sped up now, so we'll see. Plutonium oxide, this stuff, I switched out the bus on our mixer. I'm working on those. And hopefully now, the more DTPFs we get, the faster we're going to be able to produce space-time, and the faster we can produce these input buffers. So I'm working on it. I really am. I'm working on it, but there's just so many all over the base that need to be switched out to the buffers, which they're just so much better, those buffers. But there's just so many. And one of the issues was that this plutonium mixture dust requires oxygen, which means the old recipe doesn't work in this buffer. So I had to redo the recipe and add oxygen to it, which unfortunately screwed up this craft. And I didn't want to like cancel the craft and restart it, so I'll do that manually. 64134 was it? 641344. All right, there we go. So that should finish up that bit. But yeah, this is like a million times faster now that I replaced it with that. That was definitely a bottleneck. So there still are a couple things I need to break off from the main network and get this stuff sped up. I don't know if I mentioned, but I did upgrade the coils in the second one because it does in fact lower the time. I can't remember if I mentioned that. I may have. But yeah. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. I am crafting up. It might be just going. Yeah, it's going so quick that I'm not even seeing it. So yeah. Oh, yes, that macerator was being the chromatic glass. It was bottlenecked by that, but I have sped up the chromatic glass, so we'll see. Next time I do this, we'll see again if I need to fix that as well. All right, cool. I don't know how we ended up with like a weird... Because I emptied all the stuff from the mixer back into the A system, but it seems like the amount was off because it's having to craft up more plutonium. I'm not quite sure what I did. Maybe it got... oh, it probably got automatically smelted. That's probably what it... When it got put back in here, maybe it got smelted again. Although it's not on there. I don't know. Oh well. Anyway, it's crafting up. And we're crafting up our casings for the DTPF. So we're almost there. We'll craft up a third one and get that going. I haven't... This one is just continuing running. I don't have that one continually running. I probably should. But at the moment, that's kind of like our active crafting for the superconductors and the tesseracts. So I didn't want to like clog that up until I get the next one. But the next one's going over here. I need to move our plasma mixer. Looks like that is finished. So I need to move that before it wants to start crafting up again. I switched this to hypogen because hypogen uses a lot less catalyst than the infinity. Just temporarily until I just didn't want to need plasma when I was moving it. So, all right, so that's where we're at, and we'll come back. Let me move this somewhere. I have no idea where I'm going to... I guess I want it over here. I just don't know where. Maybe right in front or something like that. All right, we are back. I am just putting together the last of the transformers here for our new DTPF. Got a third one that we will use probably... I don't know. We'll see. I might use it to get one more. I feel like 4 is, you know, a decent kind of decent amount for crafting up the parts. We're basically using them to craft up the eternal coils for one of them. And then we will we'll use that one that we upgrade to craft up the coils for the second one, and then we'll use those kind of things. So that is what I'm thinking. Okay, in my head, I am thinking something and I forgot what I was doing. Yes, that's what I wanted. I was like, what am I doing? Sometimes it's really hard to talk and think and move my character around at the same time. Alright, so yeah, we'll do this. I was debating going off that other one, but I realized if I broke that... if I broke this transformer to put another thing down, I probably would have shut off that DTPF because it would have run out of power, and I kind of want to leave that up with the discount. I mean, it's not like the end of the world, but might as well. So I kind of just did this. I didn't double check those. Usually I double check to make sure I put the right one down, but I forgot to check that time. So that did blow up. Source. Target. Yeah, because the last thing you want is your DTPF blowing up. All right, well, there we go. Getting power, perfect. And so there we go. There is the third DTPF rafted up. Looking pretty cool here in the center. Man, look at that. That looks really cool. Looks even cooler from over here. So yeah, I'm thinking we should get a fourth. I think we should get a fourth over here. Finish this block up at least. Look how cool that looks. So cool. And then I basically have linked the thing like I did over there. I don't have anything else. There's no like separate buffer on here. It's literally just linked. But I may change that as we go on. Just depends what I like and what I don't like. I keep changing these setups over and over and over again. All right. So I think we're good. I know the clusters for the controller, they require about I think it's about 700 space time if I remember, but we'll get. I want to see. We'll see how fast that goes with 3 of them now running. We do have to be a little bit careful because we are starting to really tax our laser network. If we remember, we can only pull 8 point something billion. And every time we add another multi-block, we're adding like another billion EU per ticket's running at. So we do need to be a little bit careful here. Otherwise, we're going to start having issues. I don't know if I could upgrade that whole line, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that when I'm so close to wireless. I don't know. We'll see. If we have issues, obviously I'll have to upgrade, but we'll see. All right, so that one's running. That one's running. I think it's producing 31 seconds usually is infinity. Yeah, this is producing 51 things of infinity. That's actually just to keep this stocked. That if we drop below a certain amount of infinity, we auto-craft it. Yeah, which we did. It probably took a whole bunch of infinity for the recipe. That's why it did that. So, all right, cool. Well, there we go. We got 3 DTPFs all running. I am digging it. I was like, you know what? Let's get a third one. Just crafting up. We don't need hypogen always crafting up. The only problem with doing this, when this runs out, this will turn off. So I got to be a little bit conscious of that. But again, it's not like the end of the world. If this shuts off, it's not the absolute end of the world. I can just craft up more catalyst. We're just wasting a bit of catalyst, to be honest. But all right, cool. So there we go. And hopefully that won't. We'll see how long this takes. I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, I guess I'll start working towards yet one more DTPF. And then we will get going with the eternal coil blocks. Now that our circuits are quite a bit easier, faster, I may want to I may want to expand this and add more assemblers now that I'm thinking about it. Although, again, these assemblers use 500 million. Nah, we really are. We are pushing our base, the power network. Definitely. We are definitely doing that. Wonder if, like, UIV would be... I don't think I would want to do UIV lasers. I don't want to spend too much on this. Because, like I said, it's going to be... Like, each of these is 8. Each pair is 16, like, 8 sensors, 8 emitters. That's not the cheapest thing in the world. If you want to upgrade, if you think about it, that's quite a lot. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But, yeah. All these optical circuits, mainframes we're going to need, it might be worth it to expand our space elevator. And then add like 3 more modules. All right, I'm gonna have to think about that and see what I want to do. It may just be like I may go through all that upgrading, but then the bottleneck might not actually be the assembling. So I don't know. I'll have to see. But all right, cool. I definitely feel like we are making some really good progress though here. We are just chugging along. Love it. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.